What's up, everyone? It's Lee from Mantis Mechanics, and we're going to give you tip number 5 for winning a fight. So our 5th strategy is attack and defend simultaneously, since neither action is exclusively either offensive or defensive. Each action contains the potential of its opposite. Reversing is the way of the Tao. Wow, that sounded like an old Zen saying. It sounds very wise and mystical. But what does that mean? And how is that different from our last strategy of attacking left while defending right? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, first I'm going to tell you how this is different from the last one. The last one we talked about when you attack with the right, you're going to be defending with the left, blocking somehow. Or opposite, you might be hitting with the left and defending with the right. Well, while that is blocking, being offensive and defensive at the same time, it's not what this strategy is talking about. This strategy is talking about a deeper understanding of martial arts, which would be if you are attacking your opponent, it's very hard for him to attack back. If I'm getting punched in the face, it's very hard for me to punch my opponent in the face because I'm getting beat up. On the other hand, if I only block, I can't win the fight, right? Nobody ever wins the fight just by blocking, right? We have to attack. So why not do them at the same time? I'll give you an example of what I mean. Let's take the punch, for example. A punch can be an attack, but it also can be a defense. If someone is trying to hit me and I hit them first, when I punch them, if I get there first, almost all the impact of their punch is going to go away. So in this case, this punch would be a defensive maneuver. I can also use a punch, obviously, as an attack. Have you ever heard the expression, a good defense is a good offense? Well, that's true, but the converse is true as well. The saying, defense wins championships. So you need to know how to attack, but you need to know how to defend. If you can't defend yourself, you're not going to win any championships. So you need to be able to do both at the same time. Many martial arts use this strategy. For instance, Wing Chun may hit first or intercept the strike when someone's trying to strike them, right? Conversely, in Muay Thai, they may throw a front kick or what they call a teep against a round kick to counter it. So the idea is that you're getting there first. Conversely, your blocking can also be devastating to your opponent. You can use a block to inflict damage on your opponent. Now, when you block as an attack, it doesn't mean that you're trying to necessarily attack your opponent. You may just be vicariously or supplementally hurting that opponent when they attack. For instance, if you bring up your knee as someone's kicking you with a round kick, you could seriously injure their shin. This is probably most famous in the Anderson Silva versus Weidman 2, where Anderson Silva threw a kick and Weidman checked it with his leg and broke his shin. Now, was Weidman trying to break Anderson Silva's leg? Probably not. But if you look throughout kickboxing, there are a lot of instances where this happens. And at the very least, it can really hurt your opponent's shin by blocking, right? When they kick and you block and it hits, it might prevent them from throwing that knee again. So this is the same idea behind iron body training in Kung Fu, where someone punches and you throw up a block and it causes bruising or severe damage to the arms. So we use the blocking as a defense. We don't just think of it as purely a defensive maneuver. We think of it as an attack, a way to inflict damage on our opponent. So when you're practicing, remember that an attack or a punch or a kick doesn't always have to be an attack, and a block doesn't always have to be defensive. They have the potential of their opposites, okay? And remember that sometimes just not getting hit is a victory. And if you continue to not get hit, you can cause your opponent to become frustrated and overextend, and then you can claim that victory. So let me know what you think about this strategy in the comments below. Let me know your successes, and we'll see you next time for tip number 6 for winning a fight here on Mantis Mechanics.